Let's make the sign chart for the second derivative. Now remember, what I'm supposed to do is simplify it right as a fraction, but the fraction is just 1. I set the top equal to 0 to get me one kind of critical point, so I'm going to do this. Here's the top of our silly looking fraction. Remember, the bottom here is just 1, so there's not much to do there. Set it equal to 0. What am I going to do? I'm going to subtract 3 and divide by 2 first. So I get the ln of ax equals minus 3 halves, like this. I'm going to e to both sides like we did for the first derivative sign chart. I'm going to get ax equals e to the minus 3 halves, so that x equals e to the minus 3 halves over a. And then I'm going to try to write that so it's a lot easier to look at. So this is going to be 1 over, and I'm going to have the square root of e right here, quantity cubed. So the only two numbers that even should go anywhere near my sign chart are 0 and that number. I'm going to go and erase this little stuff. If you want to go back and watch it, you certainly can. So let's just put it down here so we have a little bit of room. I have x goes here. I want the second derivative to go here. I want the function to go here. If I set x equal to 0, I go like this. Now if I try to plug 0 back into my second derivative, not only is that not defined, but since ln is not defined whenever x is less than 0, I'm not supposed to look at any of those numbers back there either. Let me just put my little dotted lines in here. The only other number I'm supposed to put on this number line is 1 over a square root of e quantity cubed. So I have all of this. Now remember what we need to do. We need to plug in a number that's bigger than 1 over a square root e quantity cubed. That's really easy. I want to use the same thing I did before. How do I get a fraction that's bigger than this one? By making the denominator smaller. So there we go. I made the denominator smaller. When I put a 1 over a in for x, the a's cancel. I get the ln of 1. That's right, ln of 1 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. I get 3. I don't care about the number. I do care that it's positive. By the way, we can't always assume this is negative. We actually have to do something like this. So what I have to do over here is put in a number that has a smaller denominator than that. And maybe you can think of a better one than I can. I'm going to put in 1 over a e cubed like that. Because since e is bigger than square root e, this fraction over here is smaller than this fraction here. So here we go. If I put 1 over a e cubed right in there, the a's cancel. I get the ln of e to the minus 3. Well, that's minus 3. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 3 is negative, and I get that. And so what I'm going to get is concave down and concave up like that. And that's the sign chart for the second derivative.